going to start off by making the rice. You put your seasoning at the bottom, and then you add your rice, and then you'll go ahead and pour in your water or your broth. Now I put mine in a pressure cooker. Right now we're going to get into the jackfruit. You're going to drain and rinse your jackfruit. Here I'm just breaking it apart a little bit. Here is my homemade veggie broth. So I'm going to pour a little bit at the bottom just to cover it. You can use any veggie broth. It can be store-bought or one from home. Now, when I'm done with that, I'm going to actually add in my liquid smoke. I love liquid smoke. It gives me that smoky flavor like barbecue. So, I will be adding 2 tablespoons of that. And once I'm done adding that, I'm going to go ahead and add in my onions and bell peppers. But first, I want to show you all the ingredients that we're going to be putting in this dish. So we have our potatoes there, our okra, our celery and tomatoes with our onions and bell peppers. And then we're going to have our carrots. And then we're going to lastly our jackfruit. So I will show you how I'm going to assemble this. I will start off, of course, with the peppers, the onions, the red onions and yellow onions, red, green, and yellow pepper. Mix that around and make sure it's evenly at the bottom. Then I'll go ahead and add my first layer of seasoning. So I'll go ahead and spread that across. Don't worry about if you don't get all the seasoning in the right places. You're going to mix it up later. Once that is done, I will go ahead and mix that in well. And that'll be our first layer. Now our next layer, we'll go ahead and add in the celery. I'm not going to add in tomatoes yet, that's later on, but we'll go ahead and add in just the celery to it, and we're going to mix that in. Then we'll add in the potatoes, red potatoes, and I added in the sweet potatoes. I added in sweet potatoes because they're highly nutritious. They're a great source of fiber, vitamins, and minerals, and they help promote a healthy gut. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in the carrots. Now you make sure you spread everything out evenly because you want everything to have flavor. Now once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and add in our green okra. I had to add in something green there, so I decided to add in some okra. Then lastly we'll add in our tomatoes. Let's not forget the main part of the dish, which is jackfruit. So you add that on top, but make sure you do more seasoning to your liking. Once you completed that step, you'll go ahead and add in your vegetable broth. Make sure you add in enough vegetable broth to cover or almost cover the top of it, depending on your preference. Now I'm going to go ahead and mix everything in. Mix it in well. Now that is done, I went ahead and added more seasoning on the top. You're going to cover and place it in the oven on 400 for 40 minutes. Then you're going to put it on broil for 3 to 5 minutes. And there you have it, your pot roast. Now I added some butter beans and rice with some tortillas to soak up all that goodness. Go ahead and try it at home. I trust you will love it. Peace and love.